This video is for a young lady by the name of Brittany Bradley who lives in Orlando, Florida, who I met on my travels last year in America, and she is intrigued to know about the little Britishisms and little strange words that I used that she didn't understand, and the terms and the slang and the various things that make Britain different from America. So I'm going to give you a little day in, day out sort of run-up of my life in this small village of Forest Green and thereabouts, and sort of give you an idea what it's like to live in a small town in England with all our crazy words. So let's get it started. Okay, so we're out here in, as Americans would call the yard, which we would here call the garden. Sometimes known as the garage, but we call it the garage. It's full of all sorts of stuff. And just a friendly reminder, it's not only Southern American rednecks who have lunkering old cars waiting in the driveway. This is no exception to that rule. Getting in my car now, and what I'm going to do is open the bonnet, otherwise known as the hood. Yep, definitely an engine in there. Certainly no V8, more like your average four-cylinder that most British people will drive around in their cars. And to get into the back of it, I will open the boot. Not actually a lot in there. Oh, there's my tie. There it is. This bit here you would call a fender, we call a bumper. And this is what you might call a knackered bumper. But needn't fear, as I can fix that with some gaffer tape. Good as new. So I think before I do anything I might go and get some fuel, or as we call it, petrol. So let's go on a little drive. This thing may be alien to a lot of Americans. This is known as a gear stick. I can go forwards and backwards depending on where I put it, but I have to do all the work myself, so consider yourself lucky. Okay, we're just driving through my little village now. It's about an hour away from London. There's the pub. We're visiting that later. There's a diversion around here at the moment, so we've got to go all the windy way up the hill. Where I live is quite hilly, so it's always handy to have a 4x4 in front of you to do all the work for you when you go around all these narrow corners. When you live in this part of the English countryside, often you just have to let people pass because there's usually only room for one person. So there we go. And this is the neighbouring village of Ockley. It's a very nice place. It's basically a long road with a few villages on the side, but nonetheless a nice place. And here we are at the Ockley service station, where one can get petrol, diesel, snacks and alcohol. Now in America you tend to measure things by dollar per gallon. Well, over here we do it in pence per litre. So that is 130 pence for a litre of petroleum and 134 pence for a litre of diesel. And yes, just like America, they do take MasterCard and Visa. Yeah, it takes a while. Right, so now the tank is full, and that is 69 pounds, which, if I'm right in thinking, is round about 117 US dollars. So consider yourself lucky you don't live over here. Might grab a soft drink and a chocolate bar. I might do that. Yorkie, best chocolate bar in Britain. Sorry? I was really hoping I'll be able to get this. You are watching a game of English cricket. I'm not even going to try and start explaining the rules, but that man with the bat will try and hit the ball thrown by that man. And then if it goes out, it has to be caught by any one of these fine gentlemen wearing a good set of whites. And they run, and they get runs. And the idea is to total up a large amount of runs, and the idea for the other lads is to get that bowler out by hitting those set of wooden stumps. If you haven't got that, I really don't have time to delve any further into it, so just look at how smart they all are. Right, these are some fine cricketers here. What's our view on American football, lads?
Love watching it. but I can understand the rules.
I'm sure they feel the same when it comes to cricket. Some say it's like, is it anything? It's not like baseball really, is it?
Well, I don't know much about baseball either.
Neither do I.
So not much help for you.
Nah, that's alright. I'm neither the same. Well, as it's getting quite hot, I think I might stop for a drink in my local pub. Now, you may call this area a parking lot. We prefer to call it a car park. Seems like a fairly straightforward difference. Welcome to the Parrot Inn. Friendliest place in all of Forest Green. I think I'll have a pint of best bitter.
There's your pint.
Thank you very much. I've had my pint delivered. Thank you, Annie. How much do I owe you? What's that, Annie? £3.95?
£3.95.
Here we go. Let me give you a £5 note.
Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah,
Thank you.
That's £1.05 change.
Hello. How's your pint?
It's very nice, thank you. It is lager, it's not a pint of ale, so yes, but it's very refreshing on this warm day. It's 25 degrees centigrade, which is, I don't know, like 80 degrees Fahrenheit or something. So there we are. I've got my pint. I've got the view of one of the nicest villages in all of Surrey. So I hope you've enjoyed that instalment of British village life and all the strange sayings we have. If you have any more requests, please send them and I'll try and do them. Ta! But before we go, we have to certify one last thing. This stuff... aluminium. Not aluminum. Aluminium. Let's get that one right.